Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Test RPG. Last episode we started pretty much the thing I said I would regret, or the thing I said I regretted making a year ago. I don't know. Anyway, last episode we went ahead and started it, so this episode we're going to continue it. I don't know, I was thinking of post-commentating this episode, mostly because there's a lot of text, and if anyone remembers what I mentioned, oh yeah, that was a there, because I didn't give any directions. There's a lot of text. Like I mentioned in previous episodes, it's really hard to let's play RPGs because of all the text, and like you gotta be paying attention to it, and you gotta pay attention to like the dialogue and like anything else. Oh, I love this joke. RCS as in like the Pokemon God Arceus. Whatever, this is a bad joke. Bad joke. This guy's a jerk. I'll talk to yeah, see what I mean? Like I'm focusing on the text, I'm not focusing on talking. Anyway, yeah, that's what I was thinking of post commentating this, I don't know. Who knows what's gonna end up happening. See, it's funny because I did mention that like I wanted to cover my bases with this, yet I never actually mentioned how he turned into a zombie. I think. I mean, yeah, like spoiler alert, the actual thing that killed him was, well, actually it was a gunshot. Wait, what did I do? Oh shoot, I was paying attention. See what I mean? I think it was staying at the hotel, I'm not sure. I'm actually going based off memory here. Okay, there you go. That was right. But before a little fight with cops. This is the only time you fight them in this game, by the way. Holy shoot, they're fast. Oh, one of them's down. Anyway, these are the enemies that you're going to be fighting in the next section if you mess up. Because like this next section is, pure text, and if you mess up, you fight random encounter. And in this case, it's cops. Yeah. Also, that I don't know how to like make it dark before. Like how I don't know how to make it so that you start off dark. I don't know. It's weird. The trial. Oh god, I remember this. I remember this clearly. No, just no. Actually, I think I know what I'm gonna do. Oh, and then I don't know why, but last year I was in like the completionist phase. Like I marathoned every single one of his episodes, and one of his side shows that he does is a show called Defend It. So the prosecution is actually the defense attorney from the show Defend It. I know it's kind of like backwards. Like Gerard should be the defense attorney because in Defend It he plays the defense attorney, but I don't know why I made him prosecutor. But yeah, last year I marathoned the completionist and like did all that and blah blah blah. That's why that's the name. I mean, I was actually gonna use the random name generator like I did with everything else, or I was actually gonna name him Winston, like Winston Payne from Phoenix Wright. Oh yeah, the whole court record thing. Yeah, the explanation of why you can't do this. You get to get lucky, remember every detail on your own. It's not that bad though. At least I hope it's not. I mean, it makes sense to me because I'm the one that wrote it. But in fact, I'm just gonna like go through the text really quickly and I ain't paying attention to it. So yeah, because I'm the one that wrote it. Like when you write something, it makes sense to you. Oh, the first witness, he's not even tall enough. I should have made a joke about that, but I didn't. Excuse me, that was a burp. Excuse me again, that was another burp. Oh yeah, the whole testimony cross-examination thing. Oh yeah, how to cross-examine without the whole thing. Yeah, normally I explain how it works in Phoenix Wright games. You scroll back and forth through the text, and like you can press, or you can what is it? You can press or you can object by showing evidence that contradicts, blah blah blah, but in this game you can't do that. In this game, your only option is to go on and press. Pressing at the wrong moment will cause a penalty, and that's a random encounter, and that's when you fight cops. That's pretty much all it is. All you gotta do is press at the right time. Which, actually, I think there's been a couple trials in Phoenix Wright that do that. Where like your only options are to press, and you're only allowed to press once, otherwise it's game over. Like, I think the last trials have that. Anyway, move on. Okay. You know. Oh shit, I think I got this one wrong. Okay. Shoot. I forgot which one it was actually. So much for memory. Okay, it was the second one. Oh right, they mentioned fact at 3. Oh yeah, that is a sound effect from Super Mario All-Stars. The opening chatter. Which according to Did You Know Gaming, I'm sorry, I just had to say that because like they always start off the videos with like, Did you know? Yeah, but yeah, according to Did You Know Gaming, like that chatter, like if you reverse, like I think Japanese version, if you reverse it or slow it down or whatever, it's actually a conversation in Japanese or something like that. I can't remember. I don't know where it is in the American version. I think they mention it or not. I don't know. But yeah, the whole poison thing. Actually, I think that's a bit of a plot hole here because I did mention earlier that the only things that can kill are gunshots and other. And poison isn't part of other, so I mean, in this world, you cast poison spells regularly, so yeah. The only thing that happens is they get knocked out. Also, there's a bunch of Deus Ex Machinas on this, where like, you know, the walkie-talkie happens to be turned on. Also, I chose cyanide because that's the one that you hear all the time in NCIS shows and stuff. That's why I chose that to be the poison in this case. Okay. That just happened. Anyway, what was I? It's funny because I actually did research on cyanide after this to like cover up some plot holes because there were a bunch of them. Because like I didn't know exactly how it worked. I just thought it was like poison. In fact, I think this would have worked a lot better if I had just used poison instead of like specified which one. It made it real. Anyway, but yeah, this is pretty much a cheap ripoff of Phoenix Wright game and One Day Recess. Actually, the reason I wrote One Day Recess instead of what they usually do, like quote, we'll reconvene tomorrow, is because I forgot what the exact words were. And no, that was not intense, and no, this line is like just out of it. How to explain it? Okay, this line is like, if it wasn't for the fact that I already gave up the fact that this is pretty much a Phoenix Wright ripoff, like this line, if I hadn't mentioned any of that, this line would have been better, but no, just no. Also, I should probably make this like a branch path, where like if you get something wrong when you fight a cop, it disappears. Because we didn't actually fight cops because I didn't get anything wrong. Now that I think about it, there's not really a chance to do that here. I don't know, I should probably delete that line. I don't know. Something about this whole thing seems fishy. Yeah, of course, the whole thing. Well, I make a couple of Minecraft jokes in this. I don't know why I do. Like, I mean, there's Yu-Gi-Oh, of course. You know, it's like Mind Crush. And right now, the investigation day 2. That's pretty much what this is. Also, this kind of like I don't know if I mentioned it, but this person is based off a friend of mine, and that friend of mine actually does go shooting every now and then. So the whole line where she says, "What's a gun?" It's like, it's probably gonna kill her if she plays this game. And yeah, I did promise her a copy of it. Also, she is wearing pink. I could have sworn she was wearing blue earlier. Also, if I'm skipping through the text too fast, I'm sorry. I mean, she probably slowed down on it. Actually, right now I'm not even paying attention to the text. Right now I'm paying attention more to like the time stamp on the recording. And right now I'm almost at 10 minutes. Almost. But just give me like a few more seconds. But yeah. This is Also, again with the whole door and the tiling thing. Look at this. You can't go through here. The tile is to the right. The orb tile. What stuff the defense from this even further? Why? I love this cop. I feel like I should have given him his own sprite. So like, instead of having him be a regular cop, that would have made this more special. Dude, I'm trying to save. Just so that I have to go through that again. So yeah, this wasn't that bad, but it gets worse. It gets a lot worse. I think the reason I go wrong, sorry for stuttering there. I almost felt a burp, which is kind of weird. Am I supposed to go back here? No. Oh, I should probably change this, because the trial just paused. I probably should change it to the trial will continue along or something. I don't know. Anyway, now you can go up here. Which, do I give any direction to that? I don't know. Whatever, just keep going. And then this little pointless section. Over here. Again with the alright thing. It's spelled with one L. Whatever. But it's funny because you spell it with one L, it actually says alright instead of alright. I don't know, it's just weird. This plant. Told no secrets. I feel like that's a reference to something. Oh well. This bear looks like it's been used in a while. No clues here. Slap. Oop, nothing important. Yeah, I feel like that might be a reference to something. But now look at the deaths. Again, the whole completionist thing. By the way, Dead Space is the completionist did an episode on the Dead Space game. I think it was Dead Space 1 or Dead Space 2, one of the two. And the jokes is like, Dead Space? You mean the space between the sofa cushions? I think that was a joke of the episode, or the title, I mean. This plant, just a regular plant. Actually, what was I gonna say? That actually reminds me of Undertale, which is weird because I made this game way before Undertale, anyone even heard of it. It's like I made this thing a year ago, and I don't know if Undertale was a thing a year ago. But I remember the part about the snow puffs, where it's like, this is a snow puff. And this one, it's also a snow puff. What about this one? It is, in fact, a snow puff. This one is also a snow puff. There's no doubt about that. I don't know, it reminds me of that. You know, that part, like the whole, this plant. Full of some secrets. I don't know. But, I mean, nobody knows about this game, so I can't really accuse it of, like, you know, stealing it from me, because I'm pretty sure I stole it from something else. Either way, this plant. These regular plants. Anyway, what you're supposed to do is investigate these two things, which is why I saved them for last, just for the sake of the dialogue. This one. Okay, now this is pretty stupid. How the hell did the cops miss a second set of prints? Yeah, like, why? They're professionals. Why would they miss that? See, this is what I mean by, like, this game has a lot of stupid plot holes like that. Or not this game, but like this small section of the game. Rummaging through drawers. What? Oh, sorry, I just froze there. In the words of Vegeta, I just had an aneurysm out of sheer stupidity. God damn. Jesus Christ. Wow. I mean, wow. How'd it go? Yeah, horrible. It was horrible. I mean, wow. Mother of all typos. And here I spent the last episode looking for typos on like random NPC characters, and it turns out there was one in the main story. There's just something about the hotel, I think. Was I supposed to talk to this dude? Okay, I wasn't supposed to talk to the dude. Wow. Typos. Oh my gosh. Maybe I should have been paying attention to the text earlier. I also probably shouldn't be reading so fast. I mean, skipping through the text so fast. I'm not even paying attention to the text. which is so basically I'm taking the Game Grumps approach to recording episodes, except for the fact that I'm recording for 15 minutes. 17, why is it 17? Anyway, except for the fact that I've been recording for 15 minutes instead of 10. But yeah, pretty much taking the Game Grumps approach to commentating. Anyway, I probably should have saved before this. I didn't need to be forced to play the second part. Yep, it didn't give me a chance to save. Oh yeah, this part. I actually googled this, and this is what I got from Wikipedia, which we all know is 100% true. But I actually don't even answer the question, since when are trials named after the victim? Yeah, I didn't. I didn't even research that. I mean, that's originally what I googled. And then I just ended up with history of the trial system. And yeah, 12th century England, or whatever. I wasn't reading that. So apparently it took the guys at the autopsy report 1 day to figure out that the guy's been dead for a while, which is why he's zombified. Nope. Also, I love this little joke. Literally 1 pixel small. And where was I? Yeah, I don't do the court system or all these people justice in this game. I feel like I misrepresented them horribly. Just for the sake of being a deus ex machina or whatever. For the sake of being good for the hero, which is bad storytelling. Also, this is kind of off-center. I should probably change that. But no, one of the things I've learned recently, well, not really recently, but after I made this section, is that if the universe changes to benefit the hero, then chances are the hero is not good enough, or something went wrong. You're not supposed to change the universe to benefit the hero, or something like that. I can't remember what the exact phrase was. But yeah, recently I looked up good tips to storytelling. Let's see. It was not important. It was actually, I think I might have been important. I forgot which one it was. God damn my memory. Yeah, and I did make this a year ago, so I was kind of hoping I would remember for some reason. Just like I remember what I ate for breakfast a year ago. Exactly 1 year ago, on this date. In fact, what's today's date? October 11th. So yeah, October 11th, 2014, I ate an omelet for breakfast. It had ham, it had sausage, it had onions, tomatoes, and spinach. Oh, and cheese, of course. You can't have an omelet without cheese, unless you're lactose intolerant. But yeah, that's what I ate for breakfast on October 11th, 2014. As for today, I actually haven't eaten breakfast yet. It's barely 9 AM. I just woke up half an hour ago, so whatever. Anyway, okay, actually, it's been more than half an hour. Half an hour before recording. There you go, that's what I meant to say. Now, I hope my roommates are okay with me making. Okay, focus on the game now. I think it was this one. Nope, it wasn't this one. Random encounter. Yep. Oh, by the way, actually, it's not just cops. There's other enemies as random encounters. This one's from the first dungeon that anyone remembers. So yeah. I think it was this one. Wait, no, it wasn't that one. God damn it, it wasn't this one either. Actually, that's kind of true. Hold on to this. Let's see. Can I one-shot them? Yes, I can. Or apparently one of my party members can't. But, I was saying something. Did I say something about my roommates being killed? Because they don't know that I let's play, and usually I tend to let's play when they're not around. Because, I don't know, I feel weird recording with these people here. Wait, is that line? Whatever. It wasn't this one. No, it wasn't that one. Maybe it was this one. This one. There you go, it was the third one. Was he here in the courtroom when they brought out the gun? Yeah, this was made by Deus Ex Machina. Any other person would have been or any other person would have been oh, it was just me trying to act tough, puny human or whatever. That's what you gotta say in the Arnold Schwarzenegger voice. Puny human. I, the afraid no puny human. Actually, I think it's a horrible Arnold Schwarzenegger impersonation. Well, I don't know, like it sounds good when I like, you know the thing where like you say something and it sounds good in your head, like it sounds like an authentic voice, but then other people hear it and it sounds kind of weird. Yeah, that's how it is with me and my Schwarzenegger impression. To me, it sounds really good, but then when other people hear it, it's hard to tell. That's why I like doing these let's plays, because like it lets me listen to my voice and it lets me see how drastically different it is to like how I sound myself. That made no sense. Oh shit! I've been recording for 20 minutes and I haven't saved in forever. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Actually, I think I'm just gonna speed through this. I'm gonna cut out a bit, like that huge horrible mistake. Ugh. Okay, this one's easy, I think. I think it was this one, which is weird because there's no contradictions. It's more like what happened. Okay, this part, so stupid. It's like he's all freaking out. And it's like, wait, what does this have to do with anything? Like, okay, so we are those kids. So what? What does that have to do with anything? Oh, right, this part. I did legitimately forget about that. Anyway, let's see. Yeah, this is kind of what I was going for because it's kind of what they go for in Phoenix Wright games. Like they usually like try to prove the unreliability of witnesses, but then it turns out those witnesses were actually tricked. So they were actually very reliable and told them exactly what they saw, and they didn't lie. It's just that they were tricked by the murderer. But that doesn't really work if it's the murderer himself that's testifying. Also, yeah, I'm borrowing music, stealing music from Phoenix Wright games too. I think the correct answer is wait it out. I'm not sure. But yeah, another Deus Ex Machina. Come on, come on, come on. There you go. Yeah, like I said, I'm not really giving like the police like credit because I know in real life they're a lot faster than this. Heck, even the Phoenix Wright games are a lot better than this. I don't know, like it is a horrible misrepresentation of the justice system. Well, worse than other representations I can think of. Okay. Maybe I should have named him Winston. I mean, that's the Winston Payne objection sound effect that I stole. God, I'm a filthy thief. Whatever. Oh shoot, I didn't read what it said before. Is there any way to... No, there's no way to go back. Wait, client's testimony. What? When did we ever hear that? I think I just threw this as like a wrong answer. Let's try the witness testimony. Wait, what? Why did that happen? Anyway, it looks like I got the right answer. Okay, you can't tell he's wearing gloves just by looking. In fact, it almost looks like he's not wearing gloves. But I'm also afraid to alter the sprite. Like, really, legitimately afraid to alter the sprite because it's Earthbound. Just don't mess with Earthbound. Even though that's originally what I planned to do with the... whatever, just so you know that. Okay, that's a confession, but it's not proof that the killer... Wait a second, how do we know that they use a whip? Oh wait, aside from the fact that like when you try to upgrade the weapons, they're selling the whip and blah blah blah. And yeah, that really is irrelevant. Actually, again, plot holes, because I did say that the only thing that I can kill in this game are guns. Oh shoot, it records up to 24 minutes. I said I was gonna speed through this, but oh shoot, I'm just gonna say fingerprints, because we know where all the bullets are, right? Oh shoot, never mind. Solve the mystery of this penalty. Like, I feel like I did an okay job with the humor. I mean, not good, but you know, decent. 1997 experience. The bullets. There you go. Of course, you know, there's a basic thing. It's like the first thing people look for when they arrest someone. It's like, what's the motive? Well, not the first thing, but you know. It's funny because I noticed in a lot of games that involve courts, like the motive is usually like the thing the defense attorney uses as like a last resort. Like even in like in Phoenix Wright games, it's usually like, what's the motive? And then like the prosecution comes up with like a false motive, or like not false, but like, I mean, it's smart and it's well thought out, but it's still not correct. I think it was money, like according to the note. You're supposed to go according to the note. But yeah, another one would be Chrono Trigger, when like you're in trial, like the very beginning of the game, and then like late into the trial, your defense attorney is like, "Oh, what was the motive?" And then depending on what you do in the beginning carnival, it affects that, whatever. Um, I think it's place. It says bring, in other words, the victims to go out and deliver money. Yeah, that's true. Also, there's a huge plot hole as to how the defendant's fingerprints got into the glass of water, but whatever. I'll just glaze through that. It's not really all that important anyway. No, that's horrible. God, I don't know what the hell I was thinking with this. Because, like, at the time it made sense, but then I did some research and then I realized it didn't make sense. Because I was going with the whole ballistic markings on guns, you know, how, and like how they each leave identical ones. And in fact, I took out a lot of lines of dialogue involving ballistic markings on guns and stuff. The murder, of course. Actually, this is based off memory. How do I know his whole name? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, I was like, I had this whole thing with like ballistic markings on guns and like identical guns, like built exactly the same or like, copies of each other or whatever. Then I did some research and like I found that was practically impossible. Like each gun leaves like markings, like its own little markings, and like there's no such thing as like twin guns, and that's impossible. Blah blah blah. Yeah, so like I just deleted the whole line of dialogue. Oh yeah, and this part I just kind of made this up, like the whole magical science or magical chemist. Oh shoot, my recording's almost up to half an hour. So I'm just gonna go ahead and like, can I go sort of fast through this dialogue box and save. The next episode we're almost out of this, because this is pretty much the end. So yeah, it's relatively short. Let's see. Oh yeah, this part, I don't know. Yeah, I'm definitely saving. Actually, can I leave? No, I can't leave. That would have been kind of weird. Yeah, like I was allowed to leave. Can I visit the defendant? Nope. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and save. Sorry if this episode went on a little too long. So bye everyone, in the next episode we finish this off. Take care.